Hi, third grade. This is Mrs. S with week 5 of online art. So today we're going to be drawing a panda. So you need a piece of white paper and either a marker or a pencil to get started. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with drawing the panda's head near the top of the paper, which is right up here. And I'm going to start with the bottom of their chin. And I'm going to draw their head. It's going to look kind of like a football shape. So I'll show you that. So leave a little bit of space from the top of the page. So from the bottom of the chin, we're going to start on one side and we're going to do just a curved line. Looks like a smile. Okay, there's just one line like that. After we do that part, we're going to add to the top of that, literally drawing a football shape or an almond shape, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to draw the next part, which is the top. And I made my line a little too long there, so I'm just going to add on to that. If you're drawing with Sharpie, you can't erase it, so you just have to make it work, right? So next I'm going to make the 2 ears on the top of the head. So I'm going to make one ear on the top like this. And then I'm going to make the other ear on the top. And after you draw the 2 ears, then we're going to actually draw the body before we draw the face. So for the body, our panda is going to be sitting down. So I'm going to do the arms first. So I'll have one line here that connects to the head and goes down, not all the way to the bottom of the page, okay? So when you draw this, you want to go down, probably about to there would be good. Make a short little line for the bottom of his paw, and then you can go ahead and go back, not all the way up though. Leave a little bit of space. So there's one arm. And then same thing on the other side so that it's symmetrical as possible. Symmetrical just means same on both sides. I'm going to do another line down, make a line on the bottom. Mine's a little longer, that's okay. And then I'll put that part and make that go in. So there's that part. So then after you do that part, you want to go ahead and finish or just keep doing the feet before we do the face. So I'm going to make his belly right here in between his arms. Just a line right there. And then after I do that, I need to make his feet. And his feet are just going to be over here on the side. So let me show you that part. It's a little tricky, so pay attention. So one line down here like that. To do the same on both sides. So we'll do both sides at the same time, okay? And then we'll do another line that goes over from the bottom right here. So watch first. It's going to be a curved short line. See that? After you do that, you're going to do the same thing, but leave a little bit of space and connect at the top. This is kind of like the bottom of the foot. So there's that part right there. After you do that part, you need to put a little line curved for the side of the foot and then draw a straight line over. After you do that, you want to do the same thing on both sides. So then after you do that part, you're going to do another line on this side and do the same exact thing. So let me show you. So you're going to go down and then you do that curved. Actually, before we do the bottom of the foot, let's do the top of the foot first. And then you do that curved line right there. And like I said, if they're not perfectly the same, that's completely fine, especially if you're using markers like I am. That's a little tricky to do that. So there is the body. So after I draw my panda's body, I need to draw the face. So for the face, first we'll start with a little bit of hair on top. Just looks like a couple zigzag lines on top. Then I'm going to go to about the middle of the face, probably closer to the bottom, and I want to draw a little nose. So my little nose is going to look like an upside down triangle. So there's that part. After I do my little upside down triangle, I'm just going to do a little smile underneath of that for his mouth. For his eyes, we'll have those spaced out a little bit. So there'll be one little circle here and then one little circle there. Try to make those as even as possible. And then we need to have the panda bear black outline so that he looks like a panda bear, right? So we want to give him that panda look. Here we go. We got that side. And these don't have to be perfect. They're just kind of like lumpy circles around the eyes to give him a panda bear appearance. Now, for the outline and for the space around it, you can go ahead and make a ground line. Like that. You can make some bamboo. So we'll do one line straight up, another line next to that straight up. And then bamboo is pretty easy to draw. It's basically just like tall sticks that grow out of the ground that have leaves on them. So we'll draw some lines on that. We'll draw some little leaves. We'll do a curved line here, and then we can do a couple little leaves next to that. Here we go. And then I'll do another one on this side too, because I don't want it to be boring and plain. I want it to be like interesting, right? Anytime we do art projects, boys and girls, you can use any art supplies you have at home. You don't have to use the supplies that Mrs. S has. You can actually use things that are fun, like if you have glitter or puffy paint, or if you have like colored pencils, you can use whatever you want. If you only have crayons, just use crayons. That's okay. We're using what we have. We're making the best of what we have, right? So there is some extra things. I am going to use markers and watercolor with mine. So I'll show you what that looks like once I color. Here's my panda. So I added black marker to the panda. I colored in the panda, the whole body and the face. I did green for my bamboos, and I did some watercolor in the background. Again, use whatever you have at home. Thank you so much, third grade. Have a great week. I miss you. Please turn your artwork in when you're done. Take a picture of it and send it to me through my email or through Google Classroom. Bye, third grade. See you next week.